Here we have the Laphroaig Quarter Cask. Quarter Cask is an Islay single malt Scotch, estimated 1815. Laphroaig. Laphroaig is supposed to be a peaty and a very smoky flavor. So that's why I'm going to compare it with the Ardbeg Uigeadail, because it is also peaty and smoky flavored, smoke/peat flavor. Laphroaig. What is Laphroaig? Well, it's a very popular whiskey, and they claim to be some of the best tasting whiskeys. Let's see, it's actually, they call it the most richly flavored of all Scotch whiskies. It's a quarter cask, which means they're smaller barrels that they use in order to get the flavor from the barrels. And that gives a 30% increase in the surface area to the barrel's interior. What does the area that it's from? Well, I know that I've read, again, Wikipedia, that the Laphroaig is actually owned by Suntory, Beam Suntory. So it's a Japanese-American division of Suntory whiskey. So it's owned by Japanese. Quite surprising. So let's try the Laphroaig. We're going to open this canister here. Knowing the Japanese, they have definitely made the packaging very nice. Japanese are package monsters. Laphroaig. It even has a passport to the Islay, to the Isles. It's called Isles, where you can actually, I've heard of them being able to plant your own, I think you plant your own tree or something there. From a storm-lashed island. Gosh, I would not want to be working out there. They must have some sort of underground area, maybe with a false beach or something. Laphroaig. Laphroaig Quarter Cask. One of the beautiful things is I really like that label, just black and white. Let's take off the top here. These things are, there you go. And now it is again a cork with a plastic top on it. Let's smell this cork. It smells, again, like peat or fire. You know, the best way I can describe it is a type of outdoors feeling where you actually experience the raw outdoors of an area and bring it back to human beings and their use of smoke, generally bringing them warmth in their cabins, and that is why we distinctly like these types of smoky whiskeys, I think, because it does give us a comfort feeling. I think much like barbecue, we do like the flavor of barbecued food, and smoke does feel like a homely nature. It's very distinct. It's so good. It's very close to the Ardbeg in terms of quality. I mean, they're on par with one another almost exactly. It does give me a feeling of saltiness from the sea, and that can be on the back of your tongue. You can feel a saltiness level to it. I don't know if that's actual salt content or just the mental image that comes together. Try again. It's an incredible smooth flavor. It's just extraordinary, and it really takes the cake for what I consider very high quality whiskeys. Very, very good. Laphroaig Quarter Cask. Now we're going to try the very close comparison would be the Ardbeg, the Uigeadail. Let's try this comparison here. It's very hard to clean or cleanse the palate in order to taste these two whiskeys. This is much higher in alcohol content. It's close to cask strength. It's 54.2%. Oh my goodness. Very similar in flavor, but I would have to say this holds an extraordinarily complex set of flavors. Perhaps because of the concentration of alcohol, it does taste more impactful, although in no way better or worse than the Laphroaig Quarter Cask. It just has a different dynamic. I think it's related to the alcohol content. There's additional notes in there, and again, it's fire and seascape. Quarter cask. I think I would accept both of these as being exceptional whiskeys from that region. I think everyone should actually try this in their lifetime. Go out and spend some money and buy these, and just so you've had an experience from that area of the world. It's much like going traveling. Everyone should do it, I think, if they have the money. So let's finish this. The Ardbeg, phenomenal. Let me wash this out and try Laphroaig again, because I'm going to do a direct comparison. Let's do a direct comparison here. Laphroaig. More subtle, slight different flavor. It gives me a different sense, perhaps a less powerful sense just because of the alcohol content, but they are very close. They both give me the feeling of escapism, particularly around the sea, the ocean, the campfire, the homely nature of it, if you really just think about it, it's Vikings and an area that was battered by storms and wind. It's an exceptional idea to combine these. Again, Japanese owned, Beam Suntory, from the U.S. division of Suntory Whiskey. Laphroaig Quarter Cask, very interesting. Okay, we have tried the Laphroaig Quarter Cask. Laphroaig, it's the Islay Single Malt Scotch Whisky. How does this actually taste like? I've described to you just recently. But we will experiment here further. A smell of fruitiness, doesn't smell smoky until you drink it. A smell of slight mustiness of complexity. Certainly the complexity is there. Let's try. Yeah, they are expressing in this alcohol a type of lifestyle, a type of experience that's related to the outdoors and to the old way of living. I actually think that over time, young people will either be drawn to it or not fully understand it because they'd never experienced that type of lifestyle. So in a condo life, for example, they would not have any relationship to it. That may be an attractor or a detractor for future generations. But I would have to say that the flavor is very attractive, even though it's a very high alcohol content. It is definitely worth a try. The Laphroaig Quarter Cask, definitely worth an experience. Try to experience things from different countries. Try to travel to Japan, travel to Europe, and see how they live their lives. And this is an expression of them. This is an expression of who they are. They put their body and their mind and their soul into it. And if you think that of the type of effort and energy required, it must be just extraordinary. And I don't think anyone should ignore that. I definitely suggest trying this Laphroaig Quarter Cask.